Mujeres, hombres y personas alike, es la Copa Mundial para los hombres. Which is exactly why I'm talking about the women's game. That's for my mujeres. Siento mucho, Mexico. No, 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 no. No siento mucho.
I brought the phone with me. I don't know if you can see that, and that's probably not usual. But if you look at this video...
This time, we're going to do things a little bit differently. This time, we're going to talk about the PR nightmare that was Mary Earps during last year's Euros. The much-loved, celebrated goalkeeper who started at Leicester but made a name for herself at Man United, winning Golden Gloves and really being part of a side that elevated the United women's team. But she's much more remembered for being England's number one. She was a major part of our Euros win in 2022, winning all the plaudits, and rightfully so. We hadn't won a senior major trophy since 1966, and that earned her the nickname of Mary Queen of Stops. And she did everything possible when trying to win the 2023 Euros. She later made the move to PSG in 2024, later retiring from international duty just before last year's Euros. Mary Queen of Stops? What's stopping her, eh? Serena Wiegmann. That's who. Kinda. England's manager decided that, hey Mary, you've been killing it, you won the Euros, you single-handedly saved our World Cup chances, but I think this other keeper is a little bit ahead of you. Especially domestically for her club, and she's a better distributor of the ball, let's be honest. She's also an incredible shot stopper. I want to give her some experience. I want to bring her back into the fold. And do you think Mary Earps liked that? She not only decided to retire, but decided to write an autobiography, release it after the Euros, shade Serena Wiegmann and Chelsea FC's safest pair of hands, Hannah Hampton. Hannah Hampton is... how do I even describe her? She's not only one of the best goalkeepers my entire club has had in years, but she's one of the best goalkeepers this country has ever produced in decades. She has an eye condition that affects her depth perception, and she's still England and Chelsea's number one. She was trusted by Emma Hayes, Sonia Bampastor, and Serena Wiegmann. Hampton came to the club when Chelsea already had Katrin Berger and Musovic, and she still is here. Earps' autobiography was published in November 2025, and the Euros were this time last year. And here's the problem with that. We ended up doing really well in the Euros, actually. I seem to recall we actually won the entire thing, and Hampton was a major part of that win. So all of this really came across as a temper tantrum and was rightfully clowned on. It was all silly and based on really baseless claims, and even if it wasn't, they don't seem that big of a deal. Oh no, a 21-year-old is acting immature and going through personal stuff. How groundbreaking. We've got Real Madrid men fighting each other. But vague attitude problems are where we draw the line? Come on guys, don't make me say it's all going woke, the game's gone. Come on, please don't let me be that guy. Rewarding bad behaviour? Lack respect, honestly. Like, my favourite player at the 2025 Euros, other than Hannah Hampton and Michelle Adjuman, was probably Kyra Keating. Which is hilarious because Earps used Kyra as justification to give her a chance. But that was a lie. Obviously that was a lie. Kyra didn't play a single minute, but all I saw from her was energy. Hyping up the team every time I saw her celebrate a lot. She celebrated like she played every single minute of that tournament. She was part of a team, which Mary could have been a part of, but her prerogative, I guess. Whatever. Jordan Henderson is still getting called up for World Cup squads because of his leadership and experience. That's the role you could have played. But you didn't want to play that role. And there was a certain manager's expertise who had won the previous 2 Euros or something, alongside making a World Cup final. Yeah, I know, but, you know, Mary Earps knows best, I guess. As much as I'm a little biased and bitter at the situation, I don't entirely blame Mary Earps. I mean, the title is a bit misleading. I know Mary Earps is a good goalie. I'm not questioning the PR of Mary Earps. I'm questioning the PR from Mary Earps, because I really hope you're not with that same team who advised you this was all a good idea. It was not. You've even admitted this. I've seen in an interview. You've even admitted this. It was an emotional decision. It was an emotional not being called up to be number one. I get it. But the team around you should have just put a hand on you and said, calm down, don't do this. You needed a perfect storm to happen for this to be a good idea. You needed England to not only do badly this Euros and Serena Wiegman to be questioned, but you needed Hampton to have a really bad tournament, which we've established did not happen. Serena Wiegman has won 3 Euros in a row! No, mummies. No, mummies. All I know is that that team did not have your best interests at heart. But you know who could have your best interests at heart? Not me. I'm all booked up, baby.